Planning your next trip. For many of us, it has been a while. Here are some pre-travel tasks you'll want to think about. Number 1. First, check your passport's expiration date before traveling abroad. Your passport should be valid for 6 months after the final trip date. $400 for expediting. You'll need to get a new one or add pages if your passport is full. Regular US processing periods for a new passport are 6 to 8 weeks. During this time, overseas travel is prohibited. If you're not a US citizen, examine your specific situation. Number 2. Check travel advisories before booking. Has your destination received a travel warning? If so, use your best judgment to decide whether to go. Number 3. Make passport data page copies. I save a copy of my passport data page in each bag. I travel with it if it becomes lost or stolen, or I need evidence of ownership. Also, keep a copy home with a trusted family member or friend. Maybe nothing dramatic will happen to you, but you never know. Also, email copies to yourself. Number 4. Get your foreign entry visa if needed. If you're a US citizen, you need a visa to enter Vietnam or India, but Korea and Thailand do not. Depending on where you're from, the visa situation will vary. Try not to get a visa at the last minute. Expedited tickets are more expensive, like a new passport. Some countries offer visas on arrival. Number 5. This next item can save your life. Get your travel immunizations. Vaccines can be expensive, but you must take them seriously. Different destinations on your trip require other vaccines. Start getting your vaccines 6 weeks before your trip. Some vaccines need multiple doses. If your doctor or clinic doesn't have it, they must order more, which takes time. Do as much as possible to avoid unnecessary stress, and bring your vaccine records to your appointment. This will save you time and money from getting shots you may already have. You may experience side effects like headaches, fever, and fatigue, so schedule your vaccinations accordingly. Number 6. Some vaccines provide limited immunity, so you may need to redose for your next trip. Number 7. Eat well, rest, and get quality sleep before the day you fly. We should be doing these regularly, but we all get busy and stay up late working. When your trip is coming up, you gotta get full gear and take care of yourself. If you're already ill, flying may worsen your condition. Number 8. Driving. About 150 countries will accept your international driving permit. In the US, you can get an IDP through AAA. Number 9. When you get traveler's insurance, get one that covers medical and dental emergencies, disaster evacuations, and accidental death. The longer your trip and the more adventures you plan to get, traveler's insurance is a must. It's good to get traveler's insurance for the entire time. This way, you're covered if you fall down and break your leg. Number 10. Before booking your trip, study unique events and holidays. Will it be bright and humid or icy cold? Find out when the peak season is, and consider traveling to your destination when there are fewer tourists. Learn about tipping, exchange rates, and attire. Number 11. Learn crucial phrases like thank you and where's the bathroom? Also, remember you'll want to know about local food customs and common scams. Make sure you notify your bank you will be abroad. Make sure your cards aren't expiring during your trip and pay your bills early to prevent fees. Number 12. Cash. Some countries, like Singapore, accept credit cards widely, while others primarily use cash. Having some money is always good, especially if you want to haggle. Some stores abroad will charge you more if you pay with a credit card. Bring a little more cash than you think you might need. Sometimes, it's hard to find an ATM that accepts your credit card. Number 13. Weight limits and quantity on airline baggage allowance for domestic and international flights may also differ. Limitations can change from your last trip, so read up on the updated information your airline. Pack light and smart, but don't go so minimum that you waste time and money shopping overseas and can't locate what you need. If you have elite status with a particular airline and fly within their alliance, then you may get more baggage allowance free. Pack the essentials like earplugs, feminine necessities, adapters, and mosquito repellent. Please leave those offensive clothing at home. Remember, wearing revealing clothing can be rude and unsafe in some countries. Number 14. Keep your expensive jewelry and anything fancy at home. It'll reduce the chances of you becoming a target for theft, and some tourists get badly injured. Medical and recreational marijuana may be legal in a handful of US states but do not bring them for travel. Other travelers have been executed for drug offenses. Some travelers got stopped in Bali for sleeping pills. They weren't illegal, but they were held in customs for 45 minutes. Number 15. It's best to traveling with a small or medium suitcase. Not all accommodations will provide a functioning elevator. If you have a specific diet or are a picky eater, pack your favorites because not every city or country will carry the same things you like back home. Number 16. Some travelers like to book their accommodations as they go, but at least secure the first night. If you arrive tired or late at night, the last thing you want is to look for a place to sleep and not have Wi-Fi. Register your trip if you're visiting somewhere isolated or safety is dubious. This will allow your embassy to contact you in an emergency, such as a civil upheaval or a natural disaster. Number 17. Save all the information you need before boarding your flight, like the address and phone number of where you're staying. You'll need these details when filling out the immigration form. Typically, the flight attendant will pass out these forms before landing, so bring a pen. If you were sleeping and didn't get the form, ask for one. Also, download an offline map of your destination on your phone, so you can navigate without Wi-Fi. You can also print your accommodation and itinerary. Send a copy of your itinerary to a trusted family or friend so they know how to contact you in an emergency. Number 18. Long-term travel requires a domestic data plan. Unlocked phones are preferable. To save, you can buy a SIM card at every airport you visit. And finally, double-check your passport. You don't want to get to the airport looking for your passport and panicking about leaving it at home. All of us at Viajo wish you a great week ahead.